is Josna Harris, and I'm the founder of Change Narrative. I'm also proud to be a learning lead partner and to support Eclipse's call for California climate stories. I'm joining you today to provide a tip to think about your own experience of climate change as you tell your climate story. How can you share your story in ways that go beyond the written narrative? Music, poetry, and storytelling have traditionally not been included in mainstream discussions and decision-making about climate change, nor have the voices of everyday people like you and I. In the release of the 5th National Climate Assessment, which is the U.S. government's preeminent report on the latest climate change impacts, current and future risks, and responses, each version has been more dire than the last. But in this latest version, for the very first time, it has included a community-sourced climate art gallery, recognizing that the inclusion of art is essential for understanding and acting on climate, as is the inclusion of community voices. Research tells us that information alone is not enough to change our behaviors, but rather it is that head and heart combination that helps us to spark and sustain our action. When I work with people to craft climate stories, the written narrative becomes a tool to advocate for solutions, whether shared through testimony at a legislative hearing, or live on stage, or in the media. But the written narrative can also be adapted for all sorts of creative expression through music, dance, artwork, poetry, spoken word. The possibilities are really endless. Did you know that Eclipse's call for California climate stories is not limited to the written narrative, but also includes an invitation to submit poetry, imagery, and artwork? So what is your climate story, and how might you depict that in ways that are visually evocative and creative? And here's a climate storytelling prompt to get you thinking. What is your motivation to act on climate? And if you could depict it through artistic expression, what might that look like or evoke?